Hey fam, Melanated Magic here with another banger for you, your favorite spiritual thug. Today's topic is going to be about stop. They know you. They know who you are. These Decepticons, the ops, right? The opposition. They know who you are. And I think about sometimes that a lot of chosen ones do not know that they have a big purpose in their life, or they run because they're afraid of the magnitude of their calling. And but then the negative side, they know you. Their spirits know who you are, because spirit recognizes spirit. So they know that you are chosen. They know that there's something special about you, and that the Most High Divine's favor is upon your life. And it doesn't matter how much you suffer, how much you go through. Somehow things always work themselves out in your favor, and sometimes even better than all the shit you had to endure, right? So these people will come, and a lot of them are sent on assignment without your knowledge, that they are infiltrating themselves into your lives to hinder you from your calling, because you can't really stop the Most High Divine's children's calling, because once the Most High speaks something into existence, it has to obey and move forth, right? But it could be scary, because we go through a lot in this life. And the thing is that most people just know that there's something different about you. You just carry that light about you. And I know that we make a lot of mistakes in life, and this is what makes you know that you're chosen, because despite the mistakes, you didn't intentionally set out to destroy people and to hurt people, to go out of your way to just fuck people over just because you don't like them, or because you're jealous of them, or because whatever. Like I put everything in the hands of the Most High Divine, and I talk to the Most High about it to see what direction the Most High desires for me to take, whether it's to take it for whatever reason, or to run from it. Because there's a time to stand up and fight, and there's a time to run, so you could live to fight another day. And the Most High knows these things. But a lot of people turn to the powers of darkness because they believe that it's easier to appease them than to search out a true relationship, a personal, intimate, ongoing, continuous relationship with the Most High Yahuwah. Like, I know a lot of people get offended that we call the Creator, some of us call the Creator Yah or Yahuwah, and we call the Savior Yahusha instead of Jesus, right? So a lot of people get offended by this, and you shouldn't be. Excuse me. You should not be offended by that, because everybody has their own sets of beliefs. I'm not here to force you to do what I do or believe what I believe. I'm just talking to you from my personal knowledge and things that I've observed during my life journey, and the experiences and outcomes that I've seen from myself and other people. So I observe things like, I see the wickedness in people, and it's just our humanity, but some people are just extra wicked. And you could tell even children already have that wicked spirit in them. Like, I could see a child and just know that child is corrupt, right? They're just fucking spoiled. They get away with everything, or they're just angry little children, rude, disrespectful, want to kick you or give you dirty little looks because of the way their parents are raising them. But a lot of times those children are angry in their little spirit because the parents have already put them as a sacrifice, because a lot of times they pick up those spirits from the time they're in their mother's womb. Before they're even birthed, they already carry these negative entities in them, because not everybody's born chosen. And a lot of these people condition their children that way. A lot of these people do rituals while they're pregnant, or just their way of being that is getting into the child's spirit while it's in the womb. And also just children that are sacrificed, like children that are molested, that are raped, that are abused in like very tragic ways. Those things leave very deeply embedded traumas, and it's hard when you have experienced such things to still Be a good kinded person, a righteous person, a loving person, despite the hand that was handed to you, right? But some of these people, they just go out of their way, above and beyond. And like I have people that come and disrespect me, thinking that they could get away with it, what they get away with everybody else, because that's just who they are, and they're used to always getting their way because they're so fucking spoiled, or privileged, and have this sense of entitlement. I had a young man come earlier to my office, and he was like 30 minutes early to his appointment, but I was working, so I locked the door because I knew I didn't have any appointments until that set time. So he's at the door knocking hard on my door, and I could see him cussing and frustrated because, he's like, my appointment is such and such. I went to the door and stood in front of the door, and I was like, what is your problem? Why are you here cussing at my door, banging on my door, and I know you don't have an appointment right now, so what is the problem? Oh, my appointment is at 4. I said, exactly, and it's not 4 o'clock right now. I said, you're going to have to give me a few minutes and I'll open it up when I'm ready. Which I did. I opened it up 10 minutes before the appointment time. And when he walked in, I was not done. And I was like, what is your problem that you're coming at me, disrespecting me, cussing, and acting all like this when your appointment wasn't even your appointment time. You were way early. Oh, well, other people open up. Oh, other people let you walk in. I say, well, I'm not other people. So don't compare me to them, because I'm not them. This is me, and I'm letting you know that I don't have to honor that unless I choose to do that. You see, so I set that strong boundary, and he humbled himself because he realized he was in the wrong. But after humbling himself, he apologized and everything, and I was like, you good. Let's get you seen quickly so we could get you in and out, since you were in such a rush to come. And I said, see, I got you done even before your appointment time. So a lot of times people are not used to you matching their frequency and meeting them at that place where they think that they can talk to you any kind of way, because this society has conditioned people a certain way. And I am not going to take it just because society makes it look like it's normal. It's not normal to expect things from people that they don't owe you. And if people do things out of their kindness, that's different. And if you humble yourself, you get more honey with, what's that saying, that you get more bees with honey than with vinegar or something? And some people are low-key fake, but at least they have manners and respect, even if they're faking it. Because I see people women that come in, and they have these big, bright smile on their face. And as I'm looking away, I happen to catch them through my peripherals, because I have little eyes. And I see them looking at me like, just eyeing me up and down for no fucking reason. Why? Because their spirit recognizes my spirit. It's a spiritual thing. Why are you eyeing me up and down, and you don't effing know me, and you don't, what is it, right? But I reciprocate. When I catch them looking at me dirty, I let them know I saw them, and I will look at them up and down right in front of their fucking face to let them know and see how it feels to be treated that way. Right? Sometimes you have to mirror people to show them themselves. And a lot of times that's an awakening, a rude, hurtful awakening, but it's good to wake up and to see your flaws. And because we're so busy always looking at everybody else's flaws, we don't stop to work on our own. And trust me, we got our own fucked up flaws to deal with. But no, we're such busybodied working on everybody else and what they need to do right. No, I work on myself too, on a daily. Right? And because when you're chosen, the Most High is not going to let you get away with the things other people get away with. Right? But at the same time, you have to be careful who you welcome into your realm, because not everybody is for you. A lot of these people come low-key pretending to be your friend to either learn what it is that about you that makes you so magical that you're favored, or to try to distort your plans and slow them down, because if they can't stop them, they're going to do their best to hinder you from getting there sooner, because they know that your life is going to change a lot of people's lives, not just yours. And that's the thing about being a chosen one. The Most High is not calling just to bless you, right? He desires to bless you so you could become a blessing to others. And part of that blessing is not just monetary. It's your heart being shared to others, right? Or you being a walking example. And people admiring that and desiring to emulate that and incorporate it into their own lives, because nobody's a cookie. We're not cookie cutters. right? So we cannot expect for everybody to think and act the way we do. Well, but then you have like selfish people that just have no forgiveness. They just they desire to for you to put up with the things they know they wouldn't put up with from you. And but they know who you are. And when you start realizing who you are and you start walking more in that power, you're going to realize your gifts, because everybody has gifts, right? But again, because you're chosen, you're eventually going to answer the calling. I don't care, you 50, 60, too bad, right? That it took so long, because it takes some of us much longer to finally answer the call, because you know that to whom much is given, much is required, right? So you have to be careful who you let into your life, because people will come to waste your time, break your heart, stab you in the back, gossip and mock you, to other people, and just busybody carrying news about you, because they know their life ain't shit and not gonna end up amounting to shit. So all they got time for is to try to destroy the chosen one's purpose and calling, right? So I call the Most High Yahuwah, because that name changed my entire life for the better, and not in the way that they teach it in the religious way, but on a personal, intimate, one-on-one level, that I've gotten to know the Most High at a much deeper level. But it's been my entire life that it's been a spiritual journey, and you cannot force the hand of the Most High. Or like I remember in the churches, people used to be taught how to invoke the Holy Spirit, which is that what they're really teaching you is how to invoke demonic spirits, because it is a demonic setting. It's a cult. Think about it. These churches, you come broken because you don't know where else to go with your pain. So of course you go to the Christian church, and they're more than happy to welcome you like your family, and they love you, right? Only because they desire a new member to come, for them to condition into their religious teachings according to what they read from the Bible, because some of them read it literally, not understanding that it's a book of magic, a book of alchemy, a book of metaphors. And they'll use that to exploit people, like Malachi. They love to quote the book of Malachi, that you're robbing God and your gifts and your offerings and your tithes, when tithing really was something that was done in the older days, when the tribes of Israel were broken up into the 12 tribes. One of the tribes was the Levitical priests. So the Levites were the ones to carry out the scriptures. They were the priests. So once a year, the other tribes had to bring a tenth of their harvests, right? Their herbs, their spices, their grains, things like that, to bring to the Levitical priests, so that there could be enough food for the priests and the poor people who needed help from them, right? So back to the church thing, they like to condition you and teach you how to tithe, how to become a part of their establishment, so you could become an usher or join the choir, or or cook, whatever it is that they fucking can exploit you for, on top of paying them for doing the work for them, because you're tithing on top of that. And that is totally not of the Most High. That is one of the fucking biggest lies that's ever been taught in the church. So anyway, we'll talk about that another day, but I'm just throwing little things to show you how these people know who you are, and they're trying to prime you to make you walk further away from your calling, right? And so it's okay, because those are lessons that are building your testimony, so that when you get to your purpose, you're going to be able to share those stories like how I'm sharing my stories. And your stories are going to be uniquely yours, where people are going to be able to connect with those stories, right? So I get that people will come just to make your life miserable, to use you up. Who are some of these people I'm talking about? I'm talking about users, deceivers, backstabbers, people that with a hard heart, that don't know how to forgive because they're so full of ego and pride. Just people that like to scam you, run away with what you got, or borrow money they know they're never going to pay back. Give you shanky gifts that they know is full of like crappy ass gifts, because their heart is not in it. Because when somebody could give you a card with some beautiful words, and it means more than any gift, right? But it's the intent that it's done with, because everything is about intent. That's what magic is about. In a nutshell, magic is about intent. And you cannot set that intent if you cannot focus and concentrate and meditate on those things, to be connected only to the divine, to disconnect from everything else that's around you, because they're constantly distracted. It's either the phone calls or they need a favor, and you're there being their floor mat, their little lackey and sucker, being used up, and they don't give a fuck. It's okay to help them here, 1-2 times, but if you become obligated to always being there, then motherfuckers gonna get used to it, and they gonna keep exploiting it, and you're not gonna get no kind of different results, because you're not letting them learn that they can't keep using you and playing you. That shit pisses me off when I see people do that, because I went through that, and I don't go through that anymore, because I'm like, I'll do you one, maybe 2 favors. When I see you just keep coming around uninvited, or you just always calling me because you need a favor, or you in trouble and I gotta come rescue, and you're fucking killing my life and my vibes and my purpose, because now I have to go and spend my time trying to help you fix a problem that you probably end up running back to like a dog returns to his vomit, than me focusing on my life that's gonna make life better for a whole bunch of people. So I have to sacrifice you and let you the fuck go and suffer where you at, whatever the fucking consequences and outcomes are, because the greater collective is depending on that. And these are hard choices that we have to make, because we walk with that love we have for people that we think they love us, or that we don't care if they don't love us, because we're just that good of a person, right? But that's not good for you. You are destroying yourself by allowing these people to infiltrate themselves into your life. I don't give a fuck. You already know I told you I don't give a damn if they related by blood, whatever. Anybody that hinders your plan and your purpose of the Most High, and the Most High is telling you, cut that motherfucker off, and you don't do it, you're going to end up feeling the consequences, and it's going to be to your detriment, because they don't give a straight up fuck, right? So people love to put that fake smile on the outside, but their heart, the Most High is looking at their dark heart and already seeing the plans that they are setting up for you. Sometimes they'll just call you just to see what your life is like, to see how you doing. Oh, my friend, how are you? Bitch, you ain't my friend. We don't even fucking talk. We've never gone out to meet. We don't hang out. You don't know my pains. You don't know my situations, my challenges. And I don't even call you, because I don't consider you a friend, because I don't fucking know you like that. And I'm not a busybody that loves being on the phone. I hate being on the phone. I hate being on social media, because my time is used to build what I'm working on. And so I hate people getting in my way if they're not coming to help me in some type of way to improve things, because they are doing it because they see that you're called and they desire to be a part of it, to help you manifest that shit. No, most people become envious, because they're like, why can't I have that gift? Or how come I they get away with everything? Or you don't know what that person goes through in their private life. You do not understand the magnitude of the challenges that chosen ones have to go through, because this life is full of challenges, chosen or not. And the reason you're not chosen, for those of you that are dark workers, is because the scripture says that many are called, but chosen are few. Why? Because few choose to answer that call when they hear it. But then they get jealous, because they see you are not afraid to put in the work. You are not afraid to put yourself out there, that you're not afraid to be willing to hurt, because you know that everything that's being done to you is working for your highest good, because all things work together for your highest good. Don't you dare forget that. And even though they know who you are,